Regigigas is quite literally both an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Okay, when he's in the active spot, your opponent just does not know what to do. If they hit him, they boost his damage and they get knocked out. If they don't hit him, he starts poking for his 50 attack and makes life very, very difficult for them. I just got done recording and I went undefeated with this deck. I did not drop a game during this recording session. That rarely ever happens. So I am excited to share this deck list with you. I hope you guys have as much fun playing it as I have. Let's get into it. Hey you. Yeah, I recognize you. What's up, man? I saw you on the last video. Oh, you still haven't subbed? Why not? What's the issue? You're here again. You like the content. Why don't you hit subscribe? Come on, man. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. All right. See you on the next one. So first thing, we got the Gigas, 140 HP, Raging Hammer for 4 colorless energy, does 50 damage, but it does more damage equal to the amount of damage on this Pokemon. So at max with a giant cape, this thing can hit for 200. It's very rare that it happens. It does happen sometimes. Palkia hits you and you're doing 200 back to it. Very rare though, but it can get up there. This guy scales very, very quickly, and it leaves your opponent with the impossible question, like, do I hit this thing and leave it in the active spot, or do I not? Now, who do we pair Gigas with, okay? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He's with Magnezone. Why is he with Magnezone? Well, I thought about it with Manaphy, and the problem is that if you start Gigas, he has a 4 retreat cost. You're not getting Gigas out of the active spot into that Manaphy to power him up. You're manually attaching to him. The Magneton Volt Charge ability allows us to power up the Magneton, get extra energy in play, not take away from any normal attachments we're doing to Regigigas, and pair it with the Dawn to get this guy up and going a little bit faster. Magnezone is also just super, super scary. And then our last Pokemon, we have the Shaman. I know, healing a guy that wants to take damage to do more damage. How does that make any sense? Okay, it's very, very crucial. Sometimes we just got to fix the math a little bit in our favor to let the Gigas last a little bit longer. But like I said, I went undefeated with this deck today. I went 8-0. The only reason why the streak ended is because I am out of time to record. I want to get to bed. It's very late at night. Let's hop over to some of the highlights. I'll show you more about this Gigas boy in action. What am I looking at? If you guys seen this video, something crazy happened. If you guys are seeing this right now, something insane happened, and the game turned out somehow flipped around from what we're looking at right now. And Onyx in the start is not great for us. It at least lets me know I'm going to get 2 more turns out of this. If I can avoid a Riolu, I'll be very, very happy. Because otherwise, this Onyx still will be able to knock out my caped Magneton. But if not, if no Riolu, then there is a chance here that we could just draw into Magnezone and take out this Onyx and figure out the rest of the game from there. I'm not going to be Lightning Ball into this Onyx. There's a Marshadow. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Second Magneton. Not a whole lot of help, but it is interesting. I'm going to Giant Cape the Magnemite. Now, I know this guy's not going anywhere, right? 4 retreat cost. He's stuck here. And that's fine. But next turn, we just go Magneton, and he can sit in the active spot and absorb a hit. If there's no Giovanni. If there's no Giovanni, things will work out just fine. Oh, but there's Gigas. You put me in an interesting dilemma, sir. You really, really do. You really, really do. So I could retreat into Gigas and give myself a couple more turns. But I'm going to be honest, if this Magneton lives... Oh, no. If I go into Gigas, I'll get 2 turns out of him. 2 turns out of protection. And then what? Magnezone comes up. Magnezone's going to get one shot by the Marshadow because of that Onyx's Rocky Helmet. I think I just gotta hope. I think I just gotta hope and pray. We got a Volt Charge here, and we'll put an energy on the Gigas. Just because we're not looking to spinning attack. If we are spinning attacking, we're not looking so hot. And if Magneton goes down here, it is what it is. Waiting for opponent to return. That almost makes me feel like he's in a tricky spot. Oh, but he came back instantly. Snapchat notification got him. Or Candy Crush push notification. I don't know, man. I don't know what these kids do. I don't know. You guys let me know. Probably DraftKings, actually. It's probably a DraftKings notification. Just plus 30,000 odds parlay. Just died at the second leg. You can't believe it. His 5-cent bet could have made him a millionaire. It's the Land Crush. Magnezone? Oh, second Gigas. That is not who we wanted to see. Well, it's a really tough thing, right? I could. Have I Volt Charged yet? I haven't. So, check this out. Check this maneuver. Give me this. It's Dawn of the Gigas. You touch my Gigas, you perish. Seems okay. Seems okay. My Magneton could get Cyrus'd here, and that would be unfortunate, but, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He does have 10 HP left. He's not incredibly valuable, other than the fact that he is an attacker. You're not going to do this, are you? Are you going to Leaf into Hitmonlee? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? No. Okay. I didn't think so. Second Brock to the Onyx. Peculiar. I will say peculiar. You swing into me. Gigas is going to take this knockout. And now we have 2 more top decks to find Magnezone and Revenge KO that Marshadow. And then what my opponent does from there, I do not know. Swing into him. Come on, do it. Do it, man. Do it. You Brocked him. You want him to be powerful. If I attack into him, I'll go down to 120. Land Crush is still only doing 90. I don't have a problem with that. And then next turn, Raging Hammer is even stronger. Bro, you just put your opponents in, like, the weirdest spot. Okay, so he opts to go for the Land Crush. Very cool. Alright, so Pokeball, cool. I'm fine with this getting me a Magnemite. Awesome. I was going to say Shaman was all that was coming to my head. But the Shaman is not really going to do a whole lot for me that I care about right now. Now, we don't have Magnezone still. We're sitting on 2 Magnezone, a Calm, and double Research. We do get a Knockout Onyx, which is cool. I would prefer if my opponent misplays here and goes into Hitmonlee and snipes my Magneton. That would feel like a misplay to me that I would welcome, because Regigigas is going to get another attack in, and then I can just evolve into this fresh Magneton. But trying to find 2 prizes here is going to be a little bit weird. Unless I just rip a Magnezone off the top, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And with that Hitmonlee on the bench, I can't really promote the Regigigas. I mean, I guess I just promote Magneton and Volt Charge to it, and if I have to retreat, like I have to, it is what it is. Not like things are going to get better for me. There's Marshadow with his Revenge. All right. Gonna need something here. Let's see. There's the zone. Okay. So now things are looking somewhat better. I believe I'm going to go up to an HP that a Hitmonlee cannot knock me out from, right? If he was to Sabrina. Yeah, we're at 70. We're fine. We got a Magnezone in the active. We got a Magneton on the bench. We just get a Thunder Blast as Marshadow. Is my fighting weak deck going to beat the other fighting single prize deck? Kind of nuts. Kind of insane. I'm going to be honest. Especially with the start we had. That was abysmal. Like, what's he going to do from here? If he Sabrinas, I'm just sending up Magneton. Oh, the Hitmonchan. All right, so he's going to do 50 and then get knocked out. Leaf. So I know I'm good. It's just into the Hitmonchan. Well, that's GG's. All right, I guess you guys got to see the video. We recovered from what seemed like an impossible scenario. But you will have 2 prizes to take, actually. I'm sorry. This doesn't get you there. As a matter of fact, if I top deck Magnezone, if I find Magnezone, I'm not giving it to you. I don't respect you. All right, I'm not. We could dig for it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to him. I'm not doing it to him. I feel bad. I felt gross just playing the research. That was, I'm sorry. We could have got there though. We could have full disrespected him. But he was honorable. There was really no reason for me to do that, and I apologize. I apologize for everyone watching. This is not how I, want to carry myself in this game. I truly I apologize. Hope you can forgive me. Going second here with what started out as a little bit of a scary hand, but we top decked the research. My opponent played research to the Pokeball, and he's running Palkia, and you know what it does. You know what this guy does, man. So let's research, see what we can find. Another Pokeball and a Magneton. So, interesting here. I wouldn't mind finding another basic. I don't really need 2 Magneton in my hand right now. I'm going to calm first and hope we find a basic that's either Magnemite or not Magnemite. There's Magnemite. All right. Cool. Cool. And then Pokeball and just whatever this gives me, I'm fine with. Second Magnemite. All right. Cool. We have the Dawn in hand too, so things are going to get scary for our opponent pretty quick. We do really want to find that Giant Cape so that we can deny this Palkia from one-shotting our Gigas. Of course, my opponent could go EV Quick Attack, and then I'm going to be looking for my Shaman. But it doesn't look like he's going to. He's just going to go to the Manaphy, and that's fine. But this is going to be a lot of wasted energy on the Gigas if I don't find that Giant Cape. If I don't find Giant Cape, this is going to be tough. Gigas is going to get to knock out this Manaphy, which is cool. Cape. Oh my goodness. You just can't make this stuff up. All right. Volt Charge. And I always I always sit here and I'm like, do I want to Dawn now? What else could I get off my top that I want to see? Not like a research would be nice, but I can play the research the following turn. I like going for the shock value of like my opponent thinks they're a turn away from Gigas doing something, and then all of a sudden he is. So I'm going to Giant Cape, because imagine a world where my opponent flips like 5 heads on Misties and retreats into Palkia and swings into this. It's like, I will get rid of this thing now. And then I just Dawn up to it and take my 2. And then my opponent's left with nothing. It would be beautiful. Well, he researches. So that's not going to happen. I was kind of fantasizing there, but Rocky Helmet. Well, that makes things... Why'd you put a helmet on your Manaphy, buddy? Are we about to get into a doing nothing off? Kind of feel like we're about to get into a doing nothing off. Because I don't want to do a single thing. Well, that's for next turn. Or should I save the Dawn? Does having 2 on Magneton matter? No, not really. Am I going to set up another Gigas like this? Probably not. You usually only get 1 Gigas. And we'll just chill. My opponent wants to get a Palkia with a million energy. That's fine. I guess I'll bring up the Vaporeon. And that way, it'll work out for us because Vaporeon has just enough HP to survive if it swings into me with that 100. My Regigigas. Oh my gosh, my Regigigas will be doing 110 damage. So I want to get some entry damage into anything. I just want to force something to happen. And just sadly, I can't swing into this Manaphy because of that dang helmet. Palkia is never running helmet, bro. It's always capes. Why am I seeing a Manaphy with a spiky helmet on his head? It's like, this is the one time it's scary. He's a scary dude. Second Manaphy. So maybe he just gives me a Manaphy. But my opponent is getting a little out of hand. We're going to hope we can find double Magnezone to sort of clean things up. Well, or Gigas. Second Gigas? Are we really going to be second Gigas gamers? I guess so. I'll Sabrina now. Give me something. I'm forcing you to play the game. Manaphy? Why would you give me the Manaphy? Like, of all things. I guess because of what I discussed earlier, where Vaporeon is going to survive. Yeah, kind of nuts to let me do that. I'm gonna be honest. So Vaporeon's gonna come up and poke. That's fine. It's not my favorite thing. It's not my favorite channel to watch, but At least Vaporeon's not two-shotting my Gigas. Okay, dude, what are we missing here? We're missing Magnezone, we're missing second Ton, and, you know, second Magnezone, but that's like a... It's like a want. It's not a need. It's not something that's going to happen. What are you doing? I think Buddy thinks he can win the game just by having the most energy on the board, but I fear that me having... Like, I fear that my board state trumps his. Okay, so he's just going to Wave Splash. So we are left with no option but to swing with Gigas. There's the zone. And I feel fine just Volt Charging and attaching to the Gigas again. This way I'll be able to Volt Charge, evolve into Magnezone with 4 energy on it, and swing into the Palkia, and then Gigas will be set up. Right? Because I'll do 110 into the Palkia. There's nothing I fear on his bench besides that Palkia. And Palkia is not going to be able to survive a hit from Gigas and Magnezone, right? Like, what world? I'll be doing 130. Gigas at that point on the bench will have taken 20 damage from... Or 40 damage from Dimensional Storms being fired off. And he can't Sabrina around it. He can't ignore both of these guys. He just can't. He has to deal with them. And double Magnezone's going to get it done. Magnezone plus Gigas attack is going to get it done. Yeah, this seems fine now. I don't care if a Vaporeon comes up and starts smacking my Magnezone. It doesn't matter to me. And this is just going to give Magnezone the double attack guaranteed, and Regigigas is ready for next turn. So, here's 130 onto your Palkia. I'm looking for a way I lose this. And I don't know that I'm seeing one. It seems to me like Palkia swings here and just Gigas comes up. There's another Vaporeon. Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, you know what I should have done? Hold on. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. He can't. Oh my gosh. I was going to say he could retreat the Palkia, Cyrus up that Magnemite, knock out the Magnemite. Then I have to go through a Vaporeon. But he can't play all of those supporters at once. But I should have potioned that Magnemite. Absolutely. I hope I don't get punished for it in some... There is a world where he retreats, Cyrus, Misty 5 heads, knockout. So we're just going to hope that that doesn't occur. Because I should have potioned that Magnemite. This damage didn't matter anywhere else. I'm sorry, backseat gamers at home. Hopefully you had already typed out that comment and posted it and boosted the engagement of this video. But I saw the line. I got there. Okay. So, what's the story? Yep. Manaphy. He's thinking about going for the play. I know he is. But it doesn't work anymore if I take a knockout here. I'm still going to potion the Magnemite because you're scaring me. Can I be honest? You're kind of frightening me. Oh, we'll research. Sure. Let's just extend our lead. Magneton. Yeah, so now you're looking at a Magneton on the bench that cannot be Cyrused. Plus a Gigas and soon to be second Magnezone. It's kind of over for you, buddy. I'm sorry. Sadly, you gave me time, and when you give me time, I win every time. All right, this is you got to be quick. You got to be quick. You're not beating the Giga Zone by slow playing, man. It's just not happening. So here comes Palkia. The only thing he can Cyrus up is this Gigas. I would really love it if our opponent would just Dimensional Storm and let my Gigas come up for the knockout. How does that sound to you? Can I take my final prize? Will you allow me the honor, Sir R? I would very much appreciate it, Sir R. He could have let that Manaphy go down and get a new Palkia. Oh, always doing it. Always doing it. Always doing it, and I don't have a Sabrina anymore. Wait a minute. Does he have the energy for this? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll go down to 2. Unless a Misty's goes nuclear. He does not. Because what, he's going to go down to 1 energy now? I am going to evolve this Magnezone, so a Cyrus play will not work. What is he? He's going to need a Misty to hit 1 head. Wait, really? He's going to need a Misty to hit one heads. Why did I knock out the Manaphy? Why did I do that? I mean, I had to, right? Or else we would have tied. Okay, who's a better attacker? I can do 100 with him. Sure. I'll retreat him if I have to. Very interesting. Yes. Is there any way that Shaman helps? Does Shaman help in any way? It's not like he's a Sabrina target. He's not gonna be a... what do you call it? No, I think Shaman, you just stay in the hand for moral support. Shaman is our Misty blocker. He stays in the hand. He's a trap card. Or what do you other card gamers call those things? I don't know. We don't have them in Pokemon. Some sort of counter spell. All right, dude. All of this has come down to a 50-50 on a Misty. Please. Right? One gets him there? No, it can't be. Surely not, right? Yes! Oh my gosh, why did I forget that second Palkia was a thing if I knocked out the man? I mean, I had to. Again, I had to. I couldn't. We would have tied. We would have just tied. There's nowhere else for you to go, sir. There's nowhere else for you to go. There is nowhere else for you to go. All right, be careful using your gust. Be very, very careful using your gust. Opponent conceded. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, watch those gusts. You only got the one, and when it goes away, it gets scary. Oh, our biggest challenge yet, some sort of dark deck. We do have the Gigas in the lead. We have a Dawn in hand. You really always want to go second, though. Get that first attachment into the big guy. But if I got to build one up on the bench, then I got to build one up on the bench. Gigas is fine with just perishing in the active spot. He doesn't mind. He knows he's got a homie in the back. Pokeball? Okay. Well, I just want basics right now. It's really all you can ask for. So, another Pokeball and another Dawn. Okay. I guess we'll just rip these, thin them out of the deck. I wanted to see anyone but him. Right now, I wanted to see anyone but him. Later on in the game, he'd be cool. Actually, this dark thing is only going to be doing 10 damage every time. Hold on. We got the double Dawn in hand, so if I just rip a Magneton here, this Gigas is going to be going. This Gigas is kind of going to be going. So let's say he gets 3 of those in. No, the Shaman's actually kind of huge right now. I will not lie. What do you think? This isn't a wall, dude. This isn't... No, you're going to have to deal with him. This guy's attacking. You're going to have to deal with him. Also, the Spiritomb does nothing. I have the Shaman. He can come up. He can do whatever he wants, man. It doesn't matter. So we're going to heal 10. Go to 130. He'll ping. I'll go down to 110. Heal. I'll go to 120. He'll ping. And he might knock me out. But I have the cape. No Magneton. All right, so we're not doing this quickly. We're not doing this the fast, fun way. We're doing this the slow, sad way. Let's just feel it out. Let's just put one on the Gigas and we'll feel this out. We'll see what we're doing. I am just like one Magneton away from pulling this off. At any point. My Gigas can survive this next turn. With 20 HP. I can get it done. Wait, is he? Another Magnum. No. Not now. Alright, so I'm up to 120. No, I'm fine. Why in my head he's doing 100. Or sorry, in my head he's doing 120. I forget 100 is the top. 100 is not the start, it's the top. So we'll attach there. We'll hold for Magneton for one more turn. It has to be a raw Magneton. We just need it. We really do. Oh, he's scared. He's scared little man baby. Scared little man baby going into the coughing. To what? Soften me up by 20? The Spiritomb. That is like the most pointless thing I've ever seen, but geez, I guess. I have the Shaman on the bench. This doesn't really do anything, buddy. Hey, I could even... Sabrina. Alright, man. So we're taking the slow approach. Luckily, our opponent just kind of gave us this by doing that. How much am I doing right now? I'm doing 70. So next turn, if he doesn't have a Rocky Helmet for this Spiritomb, I can just cape it, knock it out, and say, what's up? Like, what are we doing from here? Sneasel's getting into the mix. Okay, so it's just Darkrai, whatever. Darkrai Weavile. Yup, makes sense. Gonna need the Magneton. Desperately gonna need the Magneton. We're gonna knock out... There he is, there he is, there he is. He doesn't attack. Oh, I'm sorry. So, Magneton Volt Charge. I'm gonna watch this maneuver. We're gonna take 20 from the Rocky Helmet. Doesn't matter to me, right? How much am I doing? 90. Fragrant Flower Garden. Hey, I could even just Sabrina take my 1. Because I'm not worried until this thing attacks into me. Should I just Sabrina for my 1? It might get scary. It might get real scary hours out here. How much is the Weirdo gonna do? He's gonna... He caps out at 90 total. I'm fine to do this, I guess. I just fear using the Sabrina and not having it later. If I Sabrina, I get 1. And then what comes up and attacks me? Maybe the Wheezing? Brings me down to 90. I go back up to 100. The Darkrai... Or sorry, brings me down to like 70. The Darkrai comes up and knocks me out after that. Which I wouldn't love. I die to a Giovanni if this is something in their deck. I don't like the die into Giovanni angle, so let's rip it. Let's rip it. Let's knock out likely the Spiritomb. Let's just take this prize. And we're gonna demand a little bit from my opponent on this next turn. He's gonna have to have that Wheezing. The Wheezing's gonna have to come in. But then I get to knock out the Wheezing, right? The math is there. I'm doing 80 right now, so with the Wheezing, I'll be doing more than enough. And then it's gonna be like look to go double Magnezone for the game on something, which my opponent could have the maneuverability to get around. I'm not denying that my opponent could have the maneuverability. But I'm afraid of the Geo. I guess I also could have just not attacked. But then my opponent probably just attaches to Darkrai. But he's going to go into the Sneasel. So if this Weavile attacks and does 70 more to me, I just knock it out. I wouldn't expect that from him. I would probably expect just another Darkrai attachment. Right? Is he gonna do... Bro, buddy. Well, hold on. Am I missing some? Am I missing something? Where's my calculator? Am I missing something? I'm not. I have 100 on. Yeah, this is it. This is for everything. 150. What was... Okay. Cool. 6-0! What is going on? Oh, no. Finally, Gigas is not in the active spot. But it's fine. We have double Pokeball. What is this? Is this Venusaur? We don't beat Venusaur. I hate to tell you, we don't. We might beat Executor, though. All right. What's the play? What's the move? What's the move tonight? Double Pokeball and Research. I mean, I need, like, everything, so let's just rip the Pokeballs, get our basics. I'll take a Magnemite now, please. And then we'll Research and hope for some evolution pieces. It just all works out. It just always works out. Research. I'm gonna attach to the Gigas just in case my opponent goes, like, Executor, come up, flip a heads on the Shaman, knock him out. We're all sad. We're all in mourning. Probably just a second. Is it a second Gigas angle? Victor's a little bit aggressive. I don't think it's a second Gigas angle. It could be. We'll have to see how the game shakes out, but... Now, what I would love is for Shaman to soak up 1. And I would love to keep Shaman around... But the less my Gigas gets damaged by the Executor, the better. He's a big guy, right? And he's not doing a whole lot of damage. Just to attach to Shaman and pass. Okay, cool. Now that I have the Magneton, it is sort of feeling like a second Gigas game. Because actually, it doesn't matter. If he goes Sabrina onto my Gigas, I'm going Dawn, Gigas attack. And we're cool with that. we're fine with that. And if my opponent's going to sit here and give me all the time in the world, second Gigas Gaming is going to be very hard for him to deal with. Now, this all changes if I see a Celebi. I see a Bulbasaur. Still really just dependent on how much time my opponent's going to give me. We can get through a Venusaur. It's not going to be fun or easy or enjoyable for either party. But theoretically, it is possible. All right, let's rip the research. Let's see if we find Magnemite, Magneton, and maybe I'll consider. No, just double Magnezone. Okay. That's fine, I guess. And we can attach there. And it's really just like, how much time do I want to give my opponent? Because next turn I can go Dawn up to the Shaman, retreat into the Gigas, and start swinging. Which I think I probably will do. I could also do that, but with the Magnezone, right? I could Magneton, attach the Magneton, Dawn off the Gigas, just so that I have, like, double attacker prepared. But I think I want to get the Gigas active a little bit more. Knocking out Shaman would be nice. And then Magnezone would get one attack in on the Venusaur before going down. I'd probably waste some heals. It's a tough one, no matter how you cut it. It's tough to know, like, who should be doing what in this scenario. The egg? Alright, the egg's gonna make this a lot simpler if it doesn't evolve. It's no longer gonna be much simpler. I almost, like... I almost want... Actually... Let's look at our opponent's board. He's only got the 2 energy onto the Ivysaur. Which makes me think it might be mag time. I guess I could just leave the energy on the Gigas. I feel like I like that a little bit more. I don't waste the Dawn this way. And I can choose if I want to keep attaching to Magnezone or just let him stay in the active spot. And this way also my Gigas is just 1 energy away from attaching. I think... Yeah, if my opponent... I have Potion in hand. If my opponent comes up with Venusaur and hits me for 60, I get to go Giant Cape, Shaman, plus Potion, and live. There's Venusaur. So I can get 2 attacks in with the Magnezone. And then Gigas comes up. Right? We're just going to have to dodge a Rocky Helmet at some point. I could even not use the Potion. But this isn't going to work in any other scenario, right? I would buff my Gigas up to... effective 180. It's not gonna matter anywhere else but here. So let's just not risk my opponent playing the weird Giovanni and do this. I'm gonna go Magnemite hunting. And I'm gonna go Magnemite hunting for this turn. I'm gonna send back the Magnezone because I'm gonna get him back at some other point. But if I find... Oh, I already used my Pokeball. Dang it, man! I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I was gonna say, because if I use Pokeball, and then I got rid of that, and then I found the Pokeball, I could get the Gigas and not the Magnemite guaranteed. But I already used both Pokeballs. I'm stupid. Sometimes I'm just dumb. But it's okay. Because, dude, this is probably gonna be double Shaman from our opponent. Plus Venusaur heal or Bulbasaur. What's up, buddy? There's. Can this guy, like, heal all of the damage from this turn? He can go 50 plus another 30. There's 1 Erica down. I like to see that. How many cards? He's got 7 cards left in his deck. That's almost everything I just did. Gone. Goodbye. But once this Gigas comes up, he's going to hit, like, a freight train. There's the Bloom and Sin. Back up to 170. So I'll put him down to 60. And then he'll go back up to 100. And then I'll hit him for 50. And then things still suck, honestly. Things still suck a little bit. They really suck without the other Magnezone. So we just go attach here. And Thunderblast again. This guy is not easy to deal with when you have to... It's kind of better to start with a Gigas. Because then, like, you can fire off, like, 3 really powerful attacks back-to-back instead of having this 1 lagging turn of Gigas. All right, my opponent's hand is getting really small. So I'm going to hope that there aren't too many heals to go around. Am I still going to be able to do this? He's going to go... I'm going to put him down to 70. with no other heals. He's going to go back up to 80, 110. With no other Ericas, Gigas actually gets it done. Now, my opponent could go Razor Leaf. What else do I have? I have one more Cape. So if my opponent goes Razor Leaf, we're fine with let's just thin the hand. If my opponent goes Razor Leaf here, I have to find the Cape. I have a 50-50 shot. Is the other card Research? It is not. What is the other card? Cape and Sabrina. Cape and Sabrina. Cape and Sabrina is what's left. So how are we going to do this? We are going to have another Magnezone attacking as well. So I guess if that's the case, it's not a big problem. I forgot my opponent only just took his first prize. And we're going to have, like... We're just going to be looking to... There's Potion. This still doesn't get him here, but if he leaves, it does. How about we just, like, hit the 50-50 and get that Cape? We wasted the other Cape trying to avoid a Giovanni that doesn't exist, and was honestly kind of schizoid of me to think that it does. But we can still get this done. It's still possible. The other Venusaur's a couple turns away, which would suck because I'm not playing Cyrus. So if he decides to retreat this one... Well, okay, well, with this amount of... Oh, he can't. He just can't. Okay, but there's the other Cape. So it's looking like for my opponent, he's going to try to bring up fresh Venusaur, which does scare me. And in that case, it might be set up... Go for double Gigas. Go for double Gigas Gaming. Because, like, what else am I going to do? I'm going to have to get through a second Venusaur. I can do 150 when he comes up and attacks. There are some ways. This is going to be... Buckle in. This is not going to be over soon. I don't think. My opponent is going to have to find the other Venusaur. Oh, no, we just get it. We just get it. Our opponent was too patient and did not foresee the Magnezone. Of course I have second Magnezone. What are you doing, buddy? That's just it. That's the game. Thunder Blast for knockout. And there we go. 8-0 with Gigas. And Gigas apparently can get through a Venusaur. Even with one Erica, one Potion. Like, he hit a lot of the heals that a Venusaur expects to find. They don't usually find double Erica. They can, but wow. And guys, just to close out the video, I want to start doing this because I like making fun decks on Pocket, but I would feel really bad if I uploaded a video and anyone got the impression that I was saying, like, this deck is broken, and they spend all their crafting materials making it, and they find out that, well, it's not really the best deck. It probably would have been spent better elsewhere. So I have, for right now, the Tilly's tier list patent pending, where I will be ranking the decks that I build at the end of the video and just showing you guys, like, hey, should you go out of your way and either spend money or use your crafting points to make the deck? Let me know what you guys think of the idea. So, Regigigas. All right, now a lot of these pieces are Magnezone related. If all you're missing are the Gigas, I think the value of crafting one Gigas is worth this deck. I think it's a ton of fun. And if you're just missing one of them, I think spending 150 pack points on it is really not the biggest deal for the amount of enjoyment you're going to get out of playing this deck. It works great, okay? It is just about hitting the right matchups. In no way is this something meta. I mean, maybe in some weird way it could become meta just based on the decks you hit, because there are some decks that lose hard to this deck, and it's a Magnezone deck, so it just has that natural buff. But I would say, yeah, if you're missing like one Magnezone, or if you're missing any Magnezone pieces, craft them already. If you're missing one Gigas, I would say go for it. Build this deck. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.